Welcome back to the penultimate episode
Ooh, it is.
of our
It
coverage of The Witcher 3 main story. I know you were expecting right now to hear about the finale, the epilogue, all those endings. We decided it would make more sense to talk about the side quests and then end the actual main story with the actual main story. So,
Yeah.
throw a little curveball, a little bit of audible here. We're here for these final side quests or so that we have yet to cover and one that we forgot to cover.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally forgot about that one. Is that the Lambert one?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get there.
We will. All right. So, a couple things here. You have some big personal
Oh, kind of
news.
personal. Yeah. So I
Yeah, not
just
that personal.
not super
Yeah.
personal. Don't get worried
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah. You're engaged. Yay.
No. I got Twitch partner literally about an hour ago. I figured it out. It's quite funny because I've had the viewing
You
numbers and
figured it out
everything.
like you had to deduce
It
a
was like a
puzzle
puzzle,
or
yeah. No, it was just an email, but I
opened
didn't
an email.
I didn't read my emails for about 5 hours for whatever reason my emails didn't notify me. And it's annoying because I could have read it on stream.
I
Like
know.
that would have been really cool. That would have been a great moment, but I did a really short stream today and I'm not feeling very well if you can't tell by my voice. So I was like, guys, I'm just gonna end stream. I'm gonna go and get ready for a podcast and stuff. And then I checked my emails just after I ended stream, and it was like, you've been invited to the Twitch partner program. And I was like, oh, I just
It's like
wasn't
you got your
expecting it.
Hogwarts
Yeah,
letter.
it is. Yeah, it's. I mean, to be honest, it's. I don't know what big things partners get apart from it's a nice little achievement to kind of unlock. It's a nice thing for people to celebrate, and it's good for getting future partnerships and sponsorships and stuff. So it's a great thing to achieve, and it's nice to get it after the first time I applied was in May, and I've applied 2 or 3 times since through the summer, and then I kind of forgot about it and wasn't really that worried about it. And 2 days ago, I applied on the 16th and just kind of put it out there into the universe and forgot about it completely. And you don't hear back in 2 days, which is just abnormal to hear back in 2 days. So I wasn't even expecting it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So tomorrow, when we do our charity stream, will also be a little celebration of that too. So it's going to be great fun.
Double. I always look at it also as almost like a credibility thing. And it
Yeah.
also helps because anytime I see like a random person in a stream that has the check mark that is partnered, I'll always
Yeah.
click on them to
Yeah.
like
It's like,
check them out.
oh, who's this? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit elitist. So Lucy has been elevated to knighthood.
Yes.
She is highborn.
Yeah.
Peasants like me down in the shit and dirt to drink our sorrows away.
It's one of those things though, like I was just about to go in just before we started recording. I was about to go in and check out Slick's stream, and you have the partner badge on now, and I was like, I don't want to have that on. I don't want people to be like, oh, you're a partner. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
It's just like, so I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. And I remember when
You
we
can
went
actually turn
you
it
can,
off though,
you
right?
can
You can
switch it
choose
off,
your
yeah.
okay, yeah.
And I remember when we were in Amsterdam, and I was waiting to hear back from an application at that point as well. And it was like, you can go to the partner party if you're a Twitch
Yeah.
partner. And I was like, there is no hope in hell that I'm going to be with like all of my friends and be like, okay, bye everyone. I'm going to this party that none of you can go to.
No, but you'll be with your partner friends.
Yeah, I do have some partner friends now. So
Yeah.
maybe I will go in.
There you go. You're joining
I'll sneak
previous
you in.
guests. Okay. Specimen,
Yep.
Lionheart,
Basic,
Basic,
Tia.
Tia. Yes. That's right.
I think that's it.
I think that is it.
Yeah. Goblin, Chaotic Neutral Goblin hasn't got it yet. She will soon though. And Tracy, I don't think Tracy does. Did she
No,
used
I
to
don't
have
think
it on
so.
her other account? No, I don't think she
No,
did.
it's the same account. She just switched the name.
Oh, did she? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she switched the Magitech there. But perfect segue. First again, congrats, Lucy. Everyone tell Lucy congrats.
Thanks.
Well, I was about to say tell her tomorrow in the charity stream, but that's 2 fucking days
Yeah.
ago from this time. So never you mind. But yes, congratulations. Super excited.
Thanks.
And speaking of Tracy, the D&D game. We played D&D last Sunday or a week ago from this previous Sunday.
Oh.
It is now out and on her YouTube channel. So we will put a link to that below. And that was a hell of a lot of fun.
It was. It's kind of similar to D&D, isn't it? It's the Witcher TT
Yeah,
RPG.
the TTRPGs, just a different system.
It is, and it was quite complicated, but Tracy was brilliant at it was her first time doing it as well, but she was great. Um, Especially with people like me who are really, really new to that kind of thing. She was really great at guiding us through, and it was a lot of fun. It was a little bit of a mystery type story again, but this time, well, I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it. Go watch it.
The maiden surrounded by butterflies, sweet Toussaint.
Yes, it was lovely to be in Tucson, and I played a mage called Jennifer, which I think everyone thought was a joke.
Yeah, it started as me saying that as a joke, and you just
Yeah,
put it in there. I was like, oh shit, she's running
she
with it.
did it. What was your
But
guy
it did
called?
throw, it was a tiny bit distracting because I kept
What,
wanting to
being
say
Jennifer?
Yennefer. Well, I kept just on the tip wanting to be like, Yennefer. I'm like, wait, no,
No, it's
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
I played a criminal, but I don't
Yes,
remember my name.
it was began with L.
Lime? No.
It was
Lyman?
like late.
No, I don't
I
remember.
don't remember either,
All right,
but
look it up while I vamp.
yep. Okay.
But yeah, it was great. She did a great job with it. The combat was vastly confusing. She
Oh yeah,
simplified it to be even easier.
it was Ludolf.
Ludolf, that's right. Ludolf.
Ludolf.
Yeah.
Ludolf. Yeah.
That
And
was fun.
Jennifer.
That was definitely something hope to do again. And now that we have our YouTube channel down there, again, check out that link below to the On the Path
Mm,
own YouTube channel. Maybe, just maybe, in the future we can have our own things on there because yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very easy to do because it's just role playing. Like
it
the
is. Yeah, that's
combat,
all it was.
and again, if you're doing like D&D, it's super easy combat. And even if you're doing the Witcher TTRPG, you can simplify it to be just roll a fucking dice. Like
Yeah.
you can even
Yeah.
just do it to be what that is. So that's something to hope to do because I love just doing dumb voices and acting like that
It
and
was so funny.
playing off
Yeah.
other people.
It was good.
So
And it was a nice group of people as well.
yes, again all previous guests, people that played D&D with before on that other game. So yeah,
Mm.
check that out in the link below. All right, I think that is it
Yeah.
for all the housekeeping. Again, this is the final episode before the finale. All right, so we're going to start off here with the number one mission that I've wanted to talk about forever. Honestly, more than the ending. I would rather talk about this more than the ending because rewatching it, seeing it again, I just don't understand it. But of course, I'm talking about reason of state, not
Yes.
reasons of state, which I've called it every single time before I finally noticed
Yeah.
yesterday that it's
I've
reason of
called it
state.
that forever. I've always thought it
Yeah.
was reasons of state, like several reasons. But it's just
Yeah.
one singular reason of state.
Yeah. Because Emir, that's what Emir says why when Geralt asks Ciri, why he's trying to find Ciri, he says reasons of state. It's like, okay,
Ah,
like that's the saying. It's reasons of state. I've never heard called reason of state, but I guess there's only one reason here that we're worrying about. So DJ, Dijkstra, Roche, and Taller want to
yeah.
use Philippa as bait, and we're meeting them somewhere in Novigrad as Geralt. They want to use Philippa as bait to lure Radovid out in the open. She says, here's a ring that will help. She gives it to Geralt. And Geralt shows Radovid the ring. And in true movie villain, story villain character, he says, okay, thanks. I'm going to fucking kill you now.
Yeah.
But obviously, he's a Witcher. We kill everybody, but very important here, Roach saves him.
Yeah.
Like he's done from The Witcher 2 on down numerous times. Radovid is eventually cornered on this bridge where Philippa blinds him with this like magic dust. And
Unreal.
then she gets the coup de grace and he's done.
Such a great moment. I love this bit.
It is. Even though Radovid is definitely the Witcher character I look the most like, he could most easily cosplay. He is an absolute utter cunt.
He's the
He's
worst.
the worst. Philippa gets her revenge and then, of course, flies away with the owl. And everyone's like, God damn it. Like, she got to do it. But that's it. But now we get to the point where it gets a little tricky. Well, not tricky for me, but tricky for a lot of other people. Afterwards, meet back at the theater where Roach, Taller, and Vess are celebrating. Say, hey, they've agreed. They've made this kind of backhanded thing with Nilfgaard and Emir that Temeria is a vassal state now, but Temeria is alive, and that's all Roach wants.
Yeah.
DJ shows up and he's like, nah. Now, actually, I'm going to become Chancellor of Redania in this power vacuum. He's going to take it over, and I'm going to continue fighting Nilfgaard. And then we have the choice. Do you remember what you chose? Your first
I
playthrough?
remember my outcome. So
Okay.
in my
that...
playthroughs Nilfgaard wins the war.
Okay, so you picked Roach. You killed Dijkstra.
I was trying, I couldn't quite remember which one I did, but I'm pretty sure in both playthroughs I've killed Dijkstra.
God,
I
why?
know, I don't know. I don't know. In the moment, I feel like you said, Roach saves us. And I feel like Dijkstra's just a bit of a dick.
He is, and this is where if there's one full-on criticism that I will have of this game straight up to me, it is these choices and
Mm.
the characterization that seems to go out the fucking window here
Is there
because
two or three choices?
it's just two.
Just two, Dijkstra
Yeah,
or Roach.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's either Dijkstra or Roach. Like you have to do one or the other. And throughout The Witcher 2, even if you didn't, if even if you chose the Yorvith path in The Witcher 2, Roach still is never an enemy, as
Yeah.
evidenced by this game when you go out to the Temerian outposts, like you're instantly bros. And then
Yeah.
you could have helped out Vess. And if you helped out Vess, fucking Roach and Vess fight at Kaer Morhen.
Yeah.
They stopped their fight to literally go fight for you in Ciri at Kaer Morhen.
So
But then
yeah,
you
it's
go out
weird to
here.
then suddenly go against him.
It's well, so then you should go for Roche, obviously in there. Dijkstra, who has a history with Geralt, knows what Geralt can do because you could have broken his fucking leg twice now. One
Yeah.
time in the books, one time in the game. Dijkstra is just gonna be like, okay, I'll take on this Witcher that he knows through and through the
Yeah.
exploits that this motherfucker has done throughout the entirety of the books and the games. You're gonna take on him and the captain of the Temerian Special Forces and his second in command and top spy with your I don't even remember how many people it was,
It
but
wasn't many.
it
No.
wasn't like a 50-man army or
No.
something like that. So he's just gonna do that and just fucking die. That is so fucking I just do not believe the ultimate pragmatist, hyper intelligent person, Sigismund Dijkstra, would
Yeah.
ever fucking do that.
That's the thing. Yeah, he is so clever and he's so always two or three steps ahead of everyone else. It just seems like a weird ending for him. But I did
Yeah,
do it twice.
yes, terrible. I hate it. Like I
Yeah.
absolutely hate it. And when I did it, every time I've done it, I've always chosen Dijkstra because fuck Roach, fuck Temeria.
Yeah.
If you want to stop Nilfgaard, though, you don't become a vassal state of Nilfgaard
Yeah.
like them. Like you have to actually oppose them. So let's look at it from the other way. All that being said, that I said before, why the hell would Geralt then sell Roach out and
Yeah.
have his? Maybe you can even call him a friend by now. He's going to turn on him and
Hmm.
kill him.
It's just
I hate it. I
yeah.
hate it.
Yeah, either option just seems really odd. And what
It's just
happens? So you side with DJ in your playthrough, right?
yeah,
And what happens to Nilfgaard in that playthrough?
they lose.
Really? So you
Yeah,
can't
they
get the
lose.
Empress ending if you
I don't
side with
know you
DJ.
can't. I think that's the one that's tied to it is you can't do that because Dijkstra, who's an fully capable leader, again, enters this power vacuum and he takes control
Yeah.
of these resources. And because he's so tight with Novigrad, because remember, Novigrad is not part of Redania, it's a free city.
Yeah.
But I think what I always, maybe it said, and I don't remember because we're going to watch those endings. We're going to do all of those endings and do that next week. I don't know if it says in there, but I've always just assumed he has pulled Redania with Novigrad. And so he's got the resources there of the free city of Novigrad with Redania, and he's able to counteract this quagmire war that Nilfgaard is
Right.
in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that part of the endings always confuses me, but maybe we should talk about that next week.
Yeah, we'll suss all of that out. But
Yeah.
no, I will honestly never replay this. If I ever probably play The Witcher 3 again, it'll probably be like a charity thing, and that can be a charity goal of me playing this fucking mission again.
Oh, because
Because
it's
I do.
optional, right? Yeah, it's
It is. Oh
optional.
yeah, completely optional. But again, if we were to ever talk to the writers, the head writers, anybody of this, I would ask them about this. Like
Yeah.
legit want to know, like, was there a reasoning behind it? Like, did they have a I was about to say a reason of state to do it? Because I absolutely hate it. The writing in this game is just unfucking believable. The characterization is so spot on for even tertiary characters.
Yeah.
To do it right here just felt really fucking weird and going against. There's no decision here where somebody's doing something in their character.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, it's just like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place at this point because you can't do the Geralt thing of I'm not going to choose. You have to choose
Yeah,
when
and
you're
then
this
even
far in.
yeah, and it's just like, damn, if they were going for that aspect, okay, I get it, but it's just I don't know. Like in reality, if this happened and Dijkstra made this play, if Geralt stood up and was like, "No, you and your dozen goons or whatever are gonna have to take me down as well with them," I don't think Dijkstra would have picked his spot there. He would have
No,
if he wanted to ever take Geralt out, it would not have been in that moment.
no, he wouldn't go into a fist fight or a sword fight with him. He'd be a
Yeah,
bit more clever about it than that.
yeah, he has a big like halberd, I think, doesn't he?
I
When
think
you fight
so.
him, yeah,
Yeah.
he's got like a
Does
big
he?
axe. Which again, that point, he's a 7 foot dude with a fucking halberd. Only a superhuman Witcher is gonna guess be able to touch him. But he's got a bum knee. But so does Geralt, so they can
Yeah.
they can trade knees. All right, well that quest right there and that talk was months
He's
in the
been waiting for
making.
that one.
Yeah. So the next one that you're gonna lead off with was one that I swear we had on there to talk about
Yeah,
but there were just so many Skellige because we did 2 episodes. I remember we did the one
we
with
did
side quests, and then we did the one
The Last Wish.
yeah, the last wish
We
with
had Liz
Liz,
on, yeah.
and we did the last wish with the King's Moot and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one here was a big one that we didn't forget. We just kind of pushed it back and then maybe forgot about it.
We maybe did forget about it a little bit, but it's in the heart of the woods. And yes, it's back on Skellige and it's a Witcher contract. So we approach a group of guys and they're basically in this village and there's a group of elders and then there's a group of younger guys. And when you approach, there's a man that's been killed and it's very like Tree Skull from Netflix. He's got all the branches coming out from his ribs, like everywhere. He's been really brutally killed by what looks like a tree. And the two groups of men in the village are kind of arguing over how to deal with it. The elders think that this is from the woodland spirit, and they believe it's what makes their villagers strong, what makes their crops grow, and what makes their women have big, strong babies. And the younger men, including this guy called Sven, think that it's just a common beast that's going to kill anyone that crosses its path. So basically, Geralt is then hired to investigate what's happened. And you then have to decide who you're going to side with, Harold and the elders or Sven and the young guys. So it's kind of like you're choosing between reason with the younger guys who are like, yeah, it's just a monster who's killing everyone, or going with tradition and respecting the elders and what they believe to be this spirit that kind of watches over them and helps them grow. Like he believes that's why they're like the strongest warriors in all of Skellige. So if you decide to side with Harold, there's a good line here where Harold is kind of like, well, this is just our kind of version of the Witcher trials, where we have these young men who are growing up. Some of them don't make the cut. They get killed by this creature. Isn't that what happens at Kaer Morhen kind of thing? And Geralt's like, kind of.
Geralt gets mad that logic is thrown in his face.
Yeah, he's like, hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
So if you decide to side with Harold, you head out to the altar in the woods. You've got to kill a bunch of wolves, then place their hearts on the altar. And apparently this is the Leshen shows its way of accepting a pact. Sven and his boys then approach saying that they've killed all of the elders and you can choose to either protect Harold, the last remaining elder, or stand down, which I think they kill him anyway. So it basically ends with Sven killing all of the elders anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually done this one. I think I always side with Sven.
I did this on the last playthrough.
Oh, did you?
That I remember. Well, because I remember it was when it was on stream at the end of one of those like charity ones.
Yeah.
And it was one of those people told me to do it. I'm like, what side quest should we do in the heart of the woods, in the heart of the woods, in the heart of the woods?
Yeah.
But I don't remember what I chose.
I definitely remember siding with Sven only because when you side with Sven, you have to, before you decide who you side with, sorry, I've jumped ahead here. When you're investigating, you find out that it's an ancient lesson and that the lesson has kind of marked one of the villagers, which means that
Oh,
even if
that's
you
right.
kill it, it's going to keep coming back unless this villager is either dead or gone. So if you side, I keep saying side with Sven,
Side with
if
Sven.
you side with Sven, you have to figure out who the marked person is because you're going to either have them killed or get them driven away. Um, and you have to do this bit of the quest where you use your Witcher senses and you basically just wander around the village until you find the person. And I remember that took me ages, so that's how I remember that I did that this way. Um,
Okay.
it turns out to be Sven's fancy woman, Hilda, who is this marked person. And you can kind of tell that Sven was really hoping it was going to be one of the elders because he's kind of using this as like propaganda to get everyone riled up against the elders. They're like, it's going to be one of them. They would do anything, they would sell their soul to this creature who kills all of your friends. He's trying to run them all out of town. But it turns out to be Hilda. And then he's got this moment where Geralt's like, you said you were going to have this person killed or run out of town. Are you going to go against your word now that it's your woman? And he either agrees to have her killed or he agrees to have her exiled, depending on what you say to him. Um, but then we have to go and kill the Leshen. You have to destroy loads of totems and then wolves. They always have like this pack of wolves running around them and then kill the Leshy. But when you return, it appears as though Sven and his boys have killed all the elders anyway. So there's no good ending for the
I
elders,
think
really.
now that you go through all that, I want to say that I think I actually sided with Harold
Yeah.
because it was very clear they were going to kill him.
Yeah,
Like
they
they
were
wanted
riled
to
up.
kill him, and it was like, okay, if I side with Sven, they're gonna fucking kill. This is The Witcher. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
fucking kill him. Like they got the Skelligan bloodthirst.
Mm-hmm.
They just need a reason, and if this Witcher sides with them, that's all the reason they're gonna need.
Yeah.
And I remember that speech. Harold gives that big speech, like looking out that tradition speech
Yeah.
that just says, like, of course you don't fucking know about this. You're not from here. You're
Yeah.
not from the Isles. You're not from the rocks and salts and all that there. And it is really
So
good
good.
to
It's
say,
so
yeah. And
good.
it's just like, look, you're an outsider. You're not from here. You don't know our ways. Basically saying in the nicest way possible to a Witcher, like, fuck off. Like, leave us
Yeah.
alone.
Stop trying to change our ways. Yeah.
But if you do leave him alone, the motherfucker's fan's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So the old
Either
I do
way.
also like it. I do also like it there that it's like no matter what they say or what they try to do, the old ways are going away. Like
Yeah.
even if it wasn't Sven, it was going to be somebody else, and it was going to be 5 years later, 10 years later.
Yeah.
They don't want that there. They don't believe it. It's a bunch of old bullshit. It's going to change.
Yeah. And it's time for them to move on and stop getting killed by this tree monster. I think it's like, I really like the Leshens though. So I do kind of, I think maybe next time I might do the side of the quest where you don't have to kill it because it's one of
Yeah,
my favorite creatures. And I think they should just move if they're having these
I'm but
issues.
I'm just thinking about the people who are listening to this. Could be now that maybe haven't watched The Witcher Netflix, or a year or two from now that haven't. They'll be like, "What the fuck's a trestle?
A
Trestle?
Trestle.
Yeah, what's a trestle?" Is they
Yeah.
frantically Google trestle. And actually, you know what? I'm actually
Come
going to do that
across
right
all
now.
those forums and they'll be like, holy shit, what have I done?
Okay, I just Googled tree Skel, like
Yeah.
trestle. Nothing.
Trestle. Really? That's
I
interesting.
mean, all this random tree shit, but nothing. It looks like a Groot coming out of a tree.
Well, for
There was
context,
nothing. Yeah.
in the Netflix series, there is a Leshen or a Leshy, and it kind of it's well, what's the whole point of series two is that they're different creatures and this one kind of infects a human
Yeah.
and turns the human or a witcher,
New
sorry,
conjunction or whatever.
into a part Leshen, part human, and it's just the most absurd looking thing ever. And it got the nickname Tree Skull.
So if you Google Treskel Witcher, like Treskel
Yeah.
Witcher, it shows like all the images come up mainly of, oh, I can't remember his name, Basil
Yeah.
Eidenreich, Eisenbass or something like that.
Yeah.
And showing results for Eskel Witcher. Search instead for Treskel Witcher. Search instead for Treskel Witcher. And the first image is that Geralt
Yeah.
of him doing that. I'm like, okay, that's not it. I'm just of just
The
that coming
thumbs
up.
up.
Okay.
That's amazing.
All right. So that didn't help out there. All right. Should we move on
We can move on from that one.
to
Yeah.
the one that I forgot about because I was the one who did this one. We
Oh yeah.
followed the thread, but we did not follow the thread to Skellige when we did I think I remember saying that Skellige is 100% to me the only place that the side quests are just head and shoulders better than the main quest. The side quests for
Sky
Skellige are
Quest.
great. The
Can't string a
side
sentence
quests for
together today.
Skellige,
Yeah, Squelliga Squide Quests.
we're just like you are getting loopy
I
from
am. It's this
like I
illness.
am
I
about to have
apologize.
11 days off and I'm just looking ahead, except to that freezing softball I'm going to play tomorrow.
I'm so jealous of your 11 days off. I feel like I need that to recover from whatever this grip this illness has on me
So
right now.
I got all next week off for Thanksgiving, all the week of Thanksgiving off. Then we come back for 3 weeks. The third week of that is like review and finals. And
Okay.
then I'm off for about 2.5 weeks
Is
for
it?
winter break.
Maybe we need to do something for the England USA football match.
Oh, I was going to say that. Oh, that's going to be like, oh shit, that's going to be
It's pretty
an
soon.
hour after this episode comes out.
Wait, what?
It's at 1 p.m. my time on Monday.
Oh, not England USA though.
Oh, it's Wales. Fuck, that's right. Oh, Friday. Friday
England USA is a
is
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
That's Friday at
Yeah.
like 1 at 7 o'clock your time, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, we definitely we need to have like a watch party or something
Yeah,
like
we'll
that. And
do that on
I'll
Discord.
tell you this right now, y'all better pray to whatever gods you believe in, like Detloff, that y'all win that game
Yeah.
because if it is a draw or a tie, I'm gonna be decently insufferable. If somehow the USA wins,
It was so
y'all
bad.
better block me. Y'all can unfollow. There may be a podcast hiatus. I am going to be
I'm
the
gonna be off the
most
podcast for a week.
ugly. Yeah, we'll get a guest on. I'm going to be the most ugly American that you could possibly imagine. Because I say
Yeah.
this when it comes to like colleges that are like football schools or basketball schools. If y'all beat the US, big fucking deal. It's soccer. It's
Yeah.
football. Like I would be like,
It's
it's
our
just
thing.
soccer, Lucy. It's just soccer,
Yeah.
y'all. And it'd be yeah, it's like whatever. But if we win,
It's a big deal.
it'd be like if y'all beat us in basketball.
That's
Like,
literally what I was about to say. Yeah.
yeah,
That would be absurd.
yeah, I would resign my American card. I'd turn in my guns. You get to keep the guns if England wins. Oh, that's what it should be. If England wins, then I have to turn in. I have
In
to turn
that
in my guns for the end of the year.
whenever you send me the box of American candy, you have to put the gun in there.
I just said, well, that wouldn't work.
That wouldn't go down well.
Not good.
Why is
Yeah,
this
we got
man
to turn.
sending you candy and guns?
How about instead of guns, it's like tea.
Yeah.
I'll get back. I'll start drinking tea. We'll do. We may do something like that for sure. That'll be like a little wager, a
Yeah.
little bit of a wager. We'll do something like that. Okay.
Okay.
That'll be actually by the time this comes out, that'll be 5 days. The England Wales game will go. I don't know any Welsh people though, so I can't talk shit
No,
to
on
them.
Monday, England is Iran, I think.
Yeah,
Or Saudi
USA Wales,
Arabia.
I should say.
Oh,
Yeah.
USA Wales. Okay.
Yeah, USA Wales. So yeah, what a group, what a group. Okay, after that tangent right there.
We love football.
Yeah, so this is something that I forgot about. I forgot to follow the thread to Skellige, the Lambert quest, where he's trying to find Yad Carradine.
Yes.
And I just like first thing I wrote in here is we forgot to do this one. LOL.
Our notes are so embarrassingly bad.
Lol. All right. We head to Faroe, which there is the Faroe Islands that actually exist, like that country.
Yeah. Where is that?
Yeah. What is it?
Where is that?
It is no south of Scotland, I believe. I'm sorry, south
Yeah.
of Iceland, I believe.
I
Like north
recognize
of
the
Scotland,
names. Yeah, yeah,
kind of
yeah.
over there. Tiny group. They lose like 15-0 in World Cup qualifying every year. Although someday some match they actually do something or it's really cold and they only lose like 4-0, and then that team's coach gets like ripped for only beating the Faroe Islands 4-0. So we go there and we find this Hammond guy who Gwent
Oh,
card
yeah.
a syndicate / Skellige card is Hammond.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah, he's a
cool.
pirate.
Oh,
And we
cool.
kill him. He's a occultist kind of guy. And we find a Yad Carradine letter. And that's going to do it. We head back to Novigrad. We head back to the Nowhere Inn, I believe. And Lambert says that Yad is living under an alias in Novigrad as a merchant with a wife and adopted children.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
He's
so
got a family.
He's got the family. And I do remember that this was like, what do we do? So we get there and they start yelling at each other. We find out that he was a former Witcher. I don't really know how he can be a former one. I guess it's a profession,
Yeah, I guess he just doesn't practice the
but you still
Witcher-ness
have,
anymore.
you can't turn in your Witcher DNA and
Yeah.
mutagen. So
He's
he's still there.
retired.
Yes, he's retired. There you go. And he's got a wife and he's got the wee adopted children that I imagine are like
Oh.
the orphans from Crookback Bog.
Yeah. Oh. They
And
must.
so as usual with The Witcher, there are two choices because The Witcher believes in a dichotomy. There's no false dichotomies in The Witcher, it's just two. And you could either let Lambert kill him or
Yeah.
you can spare him. And overwhelmingly, the people that I speak to like they let Lambert kill him.
Yeah.
And at no point, I've done it twice, and I spare him.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's right to kill him. He's got
No,
this
it's
family now, and he's got children,
and that's what
depending on
Geralt
him.
says.
And
Well, he says it's cold blooded murder because he won't fight back. And Carradine says that. Like he
yeah.
says, like, I'm not gonna fight back. Like, if you're gonna kill me, then kill me. But like that life is done. I did that. They also say Aiden, that Witcher, attacked him, and
Yes.
they're both cat school Witchers. So now we're like, what do we believe? This guy says this, Lambert says that. It'd be easy to trust Lambert, of course, but he is highly emotional in this, as Geralt lets him know that he's
Yeah.
not calm at all. This whole time, he's been like killing people left and right and been kind of out of his mind.
He has. Yeah. And he's incredibly hot-headed at the best of times. And now it's just like he just sees red. But yeah, I would always spare this guy. I don't think he deserves to
Yeah.
die
And
at
it's easy
all.
for us to say on the outside, but yeah, that
Well, yeah.
when you talk about like characterization, I do not believe that game character, or game Geralt, book Geralt, Netflix Witcher Geralt would ever just sit there while and let Lambert or another Witcher like murder
Yeah.
somebody who's not fighting back. And then, like you said, we see that even if what he's done, then you start talking about changing. Like he's got this family, two adopted children, which have to be war orphans or clear unwanted orphans in this
Yeah.
world. And if you kill him, because you see the family gets sent away, so the family's not standing right there, like
Yeah.
right
Lisa.
behind it. But then think about that, and it's something, I know it's a video game and they can't do it, but you think of it just what would happen. You kill this guy, and then the family discovers that their father and husband right here has just been fucking murdered by these two witchers. He's a successful merchant. They no longer have any money. They no longer
Yeah.
have anything to do like that. They are then now out on the streets. And you talk about a cycle, maybe these orphans who might be finally turning around, being like, oh, this life that we had, we've now been saved by it.
Yeah.
We're now being taught, something like that. All of a sudden, they're back on the street. They see these two witchers, and that breeds that anti-witcher or just
Yeah.
hatred that
Mm-hmm.
would definitely brew, or could possibly, I would say more than likely, brew in the future.
Yeah. And they'll end up joining like the witch hunters and
Witch hunters in
manga. They're like
training
a
right
little
there.
future manga. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Exactly.
go. There's Caleb Manga 2.0
Yeah.
with that one right there.
His origin story right there.
That could be it. That would be it. So that was a very a good one that I'm glad we went and covered because I do like that ending. But like I said, overwhelming majority of people seem to back Lambert because Lambert's a bro. And then
Yeah.
Lambert does get mad. He says he's pissed and says that he won't forgive Geralt. He's not going to forgive him. But
Yeah.
nothing comes of this. Nothing ever comes of it, no matter what.
Yeah. He doesn't bring it up at Kaer or anything. I
Nope.
guess you've maybe done the whole Kaer thing at this point. In which
I
case,
would think
I wonder, does
this would
this
it
hmm
might go with the Isle of Mists.
this
Yeah,
might
I think
fail
it
with the Isle
does.
of
I think it
Mists,
does.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
Oh, because
Lambert would
Lambert
be
leaves with
yeah,
Kira, Ori's on his own. Yeah. This is one of the ones that failed that you have to
or he's
do.
dead.
Yeah, that you have to do before. So no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be one of the Isle of Mists ones. Um, but yeah, shall I do shock therapy?
Shock therapy.
This is hilarious
This is a
and
very goofy, funny one that I never
so
did
goofy.
before.
Did
Someone
you not?
told me. No, it was when I was asking for side quests. Someone said, "Have you done the Vow of Silence one?" I was like,
Yeah.
"No." And then I like went and did it, and I'd never done it before.
Yeah. So it's in Skellige and Geralt gets hired by this guy. He's like, there's a druid and he's lost his voice. Like, could you go and speak to him and help him regain his voice? And Carol's like, yeah, no problem. And so you find the druid and he's just kind of sat in this lovely area all by himself. And Geralt goes and starts asking them loads of questions. But then obviously the guy does not reply because he has no voice or so we think at this point. And it's just so funny because Geralt says stuff like, when did you lose your voice? Could you hold up some fingers? Maybe tell me how many years ago it's been? And the guy just sticks his middle finger up at him straight away. And you can continue asking him questions, but the guy just gives you the most blank response. And then Geralt says, so you're not just mute, but you're also deaf and rude too. So the idea here is to scare the druid enough that his voice will come back. So you've got to do three things. You have to ard the hornet's nest. You have to put out his fire, which gains you another middle finger from the druid. And then you also have to ard the tin pots when he's asleep to startle him. It is so funny. And once you've completed all three of these things, the guy just randomly starts shouting, "Oh, fuck, would you just piss off?" And it's then that we realize that he hasn't lost his voice, but he has actually made a vow of silence for about 3 years. And Geralt's been tricked by the other druid to basically make this guy break his vow. But the whole thing's just absurd.
It's just ultimate, just dickhead Geralt. And I remember
Yeah.
playing as we're doing it, saying, I don't think we're supposed to be doing this. Like, this guy
No, it just
doesn't.
seems off.
And I was saying, if this were real life and it didn't matter, or things, sorry, did matter, I'd be like, I would walk away. But for game purposes, I'm going to see this through.
Yeah.
Because I remember just saying, we're just being a colossal dick here.
Uh-huh. And he doesn't
Waking him when
want
he's
our
sleeping,
help.
arding the pans, the hornet's nest. Like, we're just an asshole bothering this old man.
But it's so funny because, like, even, if you were coming up saying, let me help you, he would be accommodating if he wanted your help, but he just
Yes.
sticks the middle finger up at you all the time. And it's just so funny. It's one of those ones that's just like so quick, such a quick little short quest, and it's just ridiculous. And I can imagine when Doug was in the booth for that one, he's just like, this is so dumb, but I love it.
It is because, and then Geralt's just, oh, I guess you're deaf and rude, blah, blah, blah. And then he just sticks around to ruin this guy's day multiple times. Oh, you got to did all that. Oh, guy wants to take a nap, banging the pots and pans. Like, dude, what are you doing?
It's class, and it's a really quick one as well. So you get to use all your Wii signs just to, yeah, like you said, ruin this guy's day several times over.
Well, then ruin however long his moment or vow
Yeah,
of
3 years.
silence.
3 years
Is that what
it's
it is?
been.
3 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's right. Then you go back to the guy and he tricked him
Yeah,
or
yeah.
tricked us. Yeah.
Trick Geralt into doing that, yeah.
Yeah. Tricked. Why'd you do that? I just having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Having a laugh. What's the big deal? It was 3 years. That guy's a bigger dick, but yeah. Good Skelligan fun.
Yeah.
The last little one that we're gonna talk about is probably even shorter. It might be the shortest one that you actually have.
Yeah, I don't
And it was
recognize this one.
Jack. Yeah, Jack in Discord brought this up because it is a reference to the books,
Ooh.
and it's the most truest of basilisks. And I don't know if that English is grammatically correct. Most truest of basilisks. I've never said that out loud until now, and it sounded really weird.
Sounds wrong.
It sounded fine in my head. Oh yeah, the most true, but in my saying it back, the most truest of basilisks. As I have all the saliva like build up in my mouth right there. Geralt comes across some yokels just outside. Just outside Novigrad. And saying they have a basilisk.
Ooh.
And Geralt's like, no, that's a starved like wyvern.
Oh.
I know. And I hate this. I don't like this mission because of what you have to do. You say it's a starved wyvern. It breaks out and you have to fucking kill it.
Oh, you do. That's right. It's in a cage.
It's in a cage. The starved basilisk in a cage. These jack wagons are fucking yelling at it and probably doing shit, not feeding them. And I was honestly hoping when it got out, I stayed back. I remember staying
Just
back.
kill
and
everyone.
Kill these fucking people, and then I'll kill it if I have to. But like, get your revenge.
Yeah.
And I don't remember any of that happening. I know the person, the like beast master or whatever, like runs the fuck away and like goes into town. But yeah, this fucking sucks. But it is a reference. This exact thing happened to Ciri in the book Time of Contempt, where she's like, "No, that's a fucking wyvern."
Oh, so like literally the exact same animal.
Yeah, then she has to kill it. Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
I know.
That's a cute little storybook reference, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Just a small one, yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of those you're like, hey, I think I remember that.
Yeah.
That Siri did. But no, I hate it that this fucking starved. And again, time and time again, Geralt comes across these things and is saying, like, no, it's not a threat.
Exactly.
Like, you shouldn't be fucking caging this, you jackasses.
Yeah,
And
like
then
literally
it's
just
like
let it
starving
out.
too. And then you have to kill it. And I'm like, well, I guess it doesn't have to suffer anymore.
Yeah, it won't be starving anymore. Like it wouldn't have survived if you let it out into the wild at that point. Probably would have just died.
We also, yeah, you also don't really want them in the
No.
wild, but you just want a fair fight, I guess.
Yeah.
Where are the where are the zoos in
Yeah, we
this
need
world?
wyvern zoos. Novigrad Zoo.
Yeah, the Witchers are a dying breed. Same with that. Don't have the Witchers like tame them and then keep track of
Put
them in a
them in a
zoo.
zoo.
There's your Kaer attraction there, the
Yeah.
fucking zoo of
Come pet the
the
witchers.
conjunction. Yeah, all these fucking monsters, the monsters, and do that. All right, I think that is it for our final side quest.
Yeah. Hopefully we haven't missed any big ones.
Well, I mean, we threw it out there. I know some people have requested the like Witcher gear stuff in there, but that's I mean, it's a
Yeah.
lot of lore. But they're interesting, like lore wise.
Yeah.
But as far as like stuff happening and whatnot, it's a lot of puzzle based
A lot
and
of
whatnot to
puzzles.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the where the cat and wolf play. Like that was one where you get the swords, the feline cat swords, or
Yeah.
feline cat. That's redundant. Let's just say feline silver swords, it's
Mhm.
steel swords and all that with Gaiten. So we definitely did that. But yeah, all the links below. Make sure you check them out. Where to find us. Big thanks, Mac and 983. As always, go check out their good stuff. And for those that may not know, we got a message about it before. Our video is now on our own channel that is on there. We'll have that link
Yes.
below. And like I said, we're gonna put some stuff out on there. I'm gonna have a week. We'll think about some things, and then the Christmas
Yay.
stuff. Put some videos up there, maybe some short ones too that we've talked about. We talked about doing like a crossover comparing certain characters from like House of
Yes.
Dragon or Game of Thrones with The Witcher,
Who would
like
win the
shipping certain
fight?
characters, fighting certain characters, a Damon Geralt fight.
Oh my
No,
God.
no dragons, no Witcher signs.
Oh,
Because that's the thing is like the whole thing is that the fucking witches are superhumans. Okay, we're gonna start the episode right now. Witches are like
yeah.
superhumans, but it's like in a way the Targaryens
They're kind
are
of,
they're kind
yeah.
of a little bit god. I mean the gods because they have the dragons. That kind of
Yeah,
makes
without
them that.
Caraxes.
Yeah. So good old Damon, maybe Damon Amond teaming up
Oh, yeah, I love that.
against. Oh, that's what you could do. Oh, like a Kingsguard versus Witchers.
Yeah.
Trial of the Seven. Or yeah, Trial of the Seven. We do that. See, look,
That's
we're
class.
we're already making it. So maybe some stuff like that we'll put down. Like I said, maybe some like D&D stuff as well. And, people like it. Seems like a lot of people like that. So make sure to check all of that out. All our links below on the socials. Hell, maybe Twitter will be dead by the time this comes out.
Yeah, I feel like I've missed this boat. I just came onto Twitter and everyone was like, "Bye." I was like, "What? What's happening? I only
I,
just got 1,000 followers."
if it, I'm not going to give him too much credit, but if Elon Musk's goal is to take down and show how horrible of a fucking businessman he is, spot on
Check.
job, bruv, because you
Good
are
job.
absolutely running that fucking thing into the ground. Which, whatever. It'll be hit or miss. Also make sure to check out our Discord link below. Patrons, big thanks to the patrons. For those interested in that, $5 a month. We just started. We just put out the first episode
Oh
of The
yeah.
Witcher premiere. Netflix Witcher season 1, episode 1. We did a running commentary of it,
That was
and
so
we actually
fun.
it
I really
was.
enjoyed that. I'm excited to do the rest of the episodes now as well.
It was a lot better than I remember, but obviously it'd be more fun, discussing it while watching it there. And we
Yeah.
will in the future. It was during the weekday, and Lucy was feeling kind of under the weather, and it was a weekday for me, so we didn't really drink. I had a Guinness, so I didn't get
Yeah.
too smashed off Destiny in that
I
first
think
one.
next time we
So
need to do it on like a Friday night, don't we?
yeah, for sure,
Let's
we'll
get
do that. So
lit.
we're going to cover that, all of season 1, and the backlog episodes of House of the Dragon, and our favorite Game of Thrones episodes are on there. So yeah, just $5 a month, and you'll get, at this point it's got to be like 20 something hours
Yeah,
all in
it's
the past
actually quite a
of
lot.
us right
Yeah.
there. Yep. So make sure to check that out. All right, Lucy, where can we find your partnered self?
You'll find me at Lucy J Robin on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff.
All right, you can find me on Twitter. It's FoxBride4 and on Twitch, Instagram at the Fox Bride. And next time, join us next time, because this is it. It's
This
gonna
is
be
it.
done. It's gonna be the last time we talk about the Witcher 3 main story. We're gonna talk about all the endings, what we did. Lucy's gonna talk about the bad ending, which have you
Oh
watched it yet?
no, I'm gonna record it, make it a thing.
Oh, okay.
Do you want
Okay.
to be on the phone with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that because I want to see that reaction there.
And
So
how
join us
nicely has
next
this
time.
rounded up into 1 year?
It is. Oh, it's gonna be like right on there.
Yeah.
Pretty much in there. Perfect. We
One
never
year of
thought
the
we'd finish it.
podcast.
And then we got through it. So, yep. Next week will be the end.